What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Soul Dojo Gaming Channel, or if you're new, welcome to the Soul Dojo Gaming Channel. My name is Curtis, and I am joined, of course, with one of our video editors, Niall Edwards. What's going on, man?
Hello, mate. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. I might sound a little stuffy. I'm just trying to get it all out. It is very early where I'm at right now, but
Yeah.
we got some Nintendo Switch 2 to talk about. Nintendo finally broke down with a brand new direct, a whole Nintendo Switch 2 direct. There's a lot to unpack here.
We'll start off with the system itself. It's
Mhm.
basically the Switch, but we've got 1080p on the handheld screen now,
Beautiful.
which is brilliant. We're punching up to 120 frames per second, which I
Beautiful.
didn't expect from Nintendo whatsoever.
Mm-mm.
I,
No,
I
I didn't expect that whatsoever, and that kind of excited me a lot with the console itself. And it actually, when it comes to the price point, I was like, okay, if it's gonna go up to 120, the price point I feel like is a little bit justified. We'll get to the price point
Yeah.
here in a minute. Especially games, games are coming out, or like publishers are coming out and saying, hey, the new Metroid Prime game you're gonna be able to play up to 120 frames. It's gonna try to
Yeah.
reach up to that. So it's a really big peak and jump when it comes to performance.
Yeah. Speaking of freezing, the Switch freezes up constantly when you're trying to play stuff. It'll try and punch that 60 frames a second at about
Mhm.
1080p and then
Mhm.
30 frames per second at about 720 generally. But this is seeming to be 120 frames per second at 1080, 60 at
Mhm.
4K,
Mhm.
which that is a huge jump from the previous system.
Yeah, and you know what? I think Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, the two very, very perfect games in their own right. But I think that's one of the biggest gripes for me is that these games, performance-wise, do suffer a lot.
Yeah,
Hopefully, because they are doing editions of these games for the Switch too. Hopefully, those games get like a lot of frame or like a performance mode or things like that because
yeah.
these games really need something like that.
One of the things I'm really excited to see is how good that screen is because it's LCD. The first Switch was LCD, and they did the Switch OLED, which I bought a couple years back, and that screen is beautiful. And I hate the idea of going back to the LCD one, but it does have HDR support. So I'm getting to go play the system next week. So
Mhm.
that's one of the key things I'm really excited about getting to try out is see how that LCD screen holds up to the OLED one on the OLED model. But I'm optimistic. I'm weirdly optimistic about that part of it.
That does seem really cool. I'm glad you're going to be able to play it because I really want to hear exactly your experience on
Yeah,
that, how it goes. Because a lot of people are getting their hands on, the new Mario game and the Switch. So I cannot wait to hear your experience
yeah,
about that because that's definitely a feature I'm ready to see.
yeah. I'm really keen for it. Speaking of this event I'm going to next week, my question is because they say the thing's going to take about 4 hours. So my question is, what games am I going to be playing?
Mhm.
Because I don't think there was that much here
Uh, in terms of like exclusives,
in
because
terms of first party and in terms of new stuff specifically.
yeah, you do have the Mario Kart game, you got the Donkey Kong game. There is like a brand new From Software game
Yep,
that's only on Switch too. Uh,
Kirby
I,
Air Ride sequel.
yeah, there's a Kirby Air Ride sequel, and then you have like Bravely Default got like a remaster or something like that.
Yeah,
I would like to know what you're playing also.
yeah,
Um, it just on the topic of games, what I do like about this presentation is I feel like when you look at a console like the PlayStation 5 Pro, yeah, it's a mid-tier jump, but there was no exclusive to come out with that console. It was just like, oh, it's overpriced. That's it. And we're gonna
yeah,
show you a game that came out 6 years ago on this console. But this had like 3 or 4 different exclusives. They also
yeah.
showed off that hey, this console can now run games like Elden Ring, Cyberpunk. So that
That
means
was huge. Yeah.
that was good because that means there's third-party support already for the Switch, and then you already have exclusives. So I was just like, that's making it such a well-rounded um presentation already.
So the C button that was in all those leaks that had been speculated on for probably about a year now,
Mhm.
we finally found out what that was, and it's voice chat. It's a game chat. I think they called it Nintendo Game Chat or something like that. And yeah, they really went into it. They talked about it longer than I think they talked about the system itself when they were
Yeah.
like showing off all of its tech specs and stuff. Definitely longer than they showed Mario Kart off for. It was a really long section where they repeated themselves a lot. They played this trailer that went forever, and then they do the thing they always do, where they'll then kind of just play the trailer again with one of the guys who's hosting it, like narrating over the top, and it drives me mad, and I hope they never stop it.
And I hope they never stop it.
It's
I
so
think it is
them.
weird. It's funny how Nintendo likes to keep things in house, because I swear if they would have worked with Discord or something like that, they
I
could have
thought
got the
that's-
same
yeah.
situation.
I thought that's what this was at first, because that layout at the bottom of the screen that they showed looked a lot like Discord.
It's very Discordy.
Yeah, so I really thought it was Discord integration, and I wonder if it was kind of meant to be at a point, and they went a different direction. But that's pure speculation. But this is, I feel like it's weird having its own button for it, especially because it's going to be free for the first year, but then after that, you are going to have to pay for Nintendo Switch Online to use it. So this is a full button that's not just on a controller, but is on the system, essentially, that is only usable if you pay a subscription fee.
Yeah.
And I find that a little bit strange, and I don't think it needs to be there. There's that Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour game, which, how is it not a free pack-in?
Yeah, do you pay for that?
You got to pay for it. We don't know how much yet, I don't think. But that reeks of being a free game. It's a tech demo.
It's
but nah, you got to pay for it.
That is weird. I mean, we could talk about pricing when it comes to this whole thing now, because I think that's weird. I think I do think the pricing for the console is decent. I think if it was if it was 400, I'd have been like, oh, that's great. 450, I'm like, that's good.
Well, it's like 400 here in the UK as well. I think it's 395, which makes it a bit of an easier pill to swallow.
Yeah. I don't know the currency like exchange right now between Britain and America, but yeah, it's 450 here. Yeah. I mean, but the Mario Kart stuff is just I think everybody has every right to get mad at that.
It's $80, right?
It's $80 here, yeah. Which that's brutal. Very tough.
That is brutal.
I don't understand why we're just I don't understand why Nintendo is thinking that it's okay. Of course, there's other games that are 70 still, but like this is still pushing that button, and I don't want in a year's time that we start to pay $80 for a game. Like video games shouldn't, like console video games shouldn't be an expensive hobby.
No, it shouldn't be.
Like
I was worried that it would be 70. Like I thought that would even be them sort of pushing the envelope a little too far, because Nintendo stuff, I think Tears of the Kingdom was $70.
Yeah.
But in general, Nintendo stuff has been 60 for years now, and the fact they're doing the full jump to 80, I think is crazy. But Mario Kart World does look great.
It does look good.
It looks really, really good. It seems like a game that you would hear about in a fake leak of a Nintendo Direct. Like this whole Direct felt like that, with an open world Mario Kart essentially, and that 3D Donkey Kong game. It feels like stuff that someone would make up that you wouldn't believe.
Very true. I mean, also a From Software game. Only for a Nintendo console, like that is insane. Yeah, I have no problem talking about Mario, because this is the biggest game to come out of it. So I have no problem talking about Mario Kart World. It looks real. What I love about Nintendo is their ability to always innovate and always change, use the same formula but change it.
Yeah,
we've seen that with Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom. We've seen that with like Mario Wonder and things like that. They're definitely doing that. The fact that you can finish a race, you're driving straight to the next track. I think it's going to be fun. You can explore in this world. The knockout mode, I think, is going to be so fun to play with friends at a party. Yeah. That is so interesting. And I can't wait to kind of explore the world that they did. They didn't name the world either.
No, yeah, good point.
Yeah, so I don't know what it is. If it's the Mushroom Kingdom, what is it? Like, what is it?
We'll find out soon.
We will definitely find out soon. But yeah, I think it looks good.
I still think I said this back in my January video when they announced the system and they showed a short clip of it. I still think it is a weird choice for that to be the first thing they're showing on the console, especially because this Direct opened with that. We saw Mario Kart before they showed the system. And I think as fun as it looks to play as a game, it looks great. I think on a visual level, it looks good, but it's not incredible. And I really think you need to blow people's minds with what this system's capable of, like that, how good Metroid Prime 4 looks on it. And stuff like that. And I think this game does look good. But I talked to my mate Jack about it, who's not hugely into Nintendo stuff. But even he was like, yeah, it looks like Mario Kart. It just looks like a Mario Kart game.
Yeah. Summarize it. I mean, overall, how do you feel about this this direct?
I am. Oh, that's a great question. I'm happy with it. I'm looking forward to it. I think most of my thoughts on the system itself and how looking forward to it are reserved for this thing I'm going to next week, because that will give me like the proper impression of it. But for now, where I stand on it, I like it. We didn't really talk about it, but I think that Donkey Kong game looks amazing. And that's only like a month after the system comes out or something like that as well. Yeah. So that's huge. I think I would have preferred it if they would have shown more stuff that was coming later in the year, especially in the later half of the year. I don't know what their big holiday title is going to be. There was rumors of a 3D Mario for a long time, and we haven't got that. But that could be coming this year. They've got to be packing something towards Christmas. But overall, I'm pretty happy with it. Didn't blow me away, but I'm looking forward to the Switch 2 era. What about yourself?
Oh, yeah. Kind of piggybacking what you're saying. You know, some of these, I think the Xbox Series X, if I remember right, it didn't have too many exclusives. PlayStation 5 didn't really have too many either. This is kind of speaking a different way. It is coming out with a lot of stuff. There's a few exclusive that's dropping. I'm really excited to check out. I think it's Dust Lords or whatever.
Yeah.
Which is the From Software game. It looks a lot like Bloodborne. But yeah, to your question, the only reason why this isn't a day one purchase for me is because my birthday is next month. So I'm gonna I'm getting this system very soon. I am very excited for the Switch. It didn't blow me away, but it hit every part that hit every note that I wanted it to hit. And I'm very excited for the next era of Nintendo Switch, because this excited me enough. I'm very excited. So that's definitely how I feel about that. It is definitely, if it wasn't my birthday, it would be a day one purchase. It really would.
I'm really lucky because the day it comes out, I'm at work the day after, but then I've got a whole week off because I'm going on holiday.
Oh yeah.
So perfect opportunity, perfect timing. I get to road test it. I got to take it down to the beach. I'm gonna get sand inside of it, and it won't work anymore. And we'll be all good.
It's gonna be great, man. Niall, that was great. I needed to talk about that early in the morning. My name is Curtis with the Seoul Dojo Gaming Channel. You can follow me on X or Twitter, whatever they're calling it. Whatever. Elon sucks. Callie from the Dojo. Niall, go ahead and plug yourself in.
I'm on Instagram. I'm at Niall Edwards _. I've got an album coming out, but don't look for it anywhere. There's nowhere to find it. Don't even bother.
Awesome. Make sure you guys subscribe to the Seoul Dojo Gaming Channel. We're well on our way to 1,000 subscribers. We're almost there. I got a first impressions coming up on Monster Energy Supercross 25.
Hell yeah.
Never really done anything like that, but I do like the series, and I have a review on it on Sports Gamers Online also. So yeah, check you guys later. All right, peace.